You know what, guys? There's nothing I like more than to just sit down, edit, and enjoy some good Lucasade. Hi guys, welcome to episode 2. Brought to you by, no, we haven't sold out yet, but I am surprised we've made it this far. Episode 2. The response to the first one was pretty good. I've got some good responses. I made the rules available, and some of you guys came up with some pretty cool things with my images. It was nice seeing like different styles. So yeah, the rules for this will be made available for you to play around with and show me what you come up with. But yeah, hiya. This episode is brought to you not in my bedroom, but Matt Lay's bedroom. Matt Lay is a friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber. He's an animator. He's real good. Go check him out. He's also lent me his real nice microphone, so this episode sounds like a really nice ASMR video. So yeah, just expect the quality of audio to drop after this episode. And the music in this episode is brought to you by Odwin, who I found on SoundCloud recently, and just have been really thoroughly enjoying. Anyway, today I'm going to be editing some photos of Nathan Z, TheThirdPew, who's another YouTuber who I met at the event Summer in City, which is a big London convention for YouTube and YouTubers, and you can meet your favourite vlogger. I don't know why I said it like that. It's really cool. I've been going since 2010. I've watched it grow, and this year has been fun. But yeah, let's get started. So, yeah, I've never met Nathan before, but I've been watching his videos for a while. I don't know how long exactly, but yeah, he's a real nice guy. I saw him, I went over to go say hi, and we quickly started talking about doing a shoot, and he was only down for the event, which was a bit shit, because it was his first time in London, and he didn't get to see any of London aside from Summer in City, which is a YouTube convention, so a bit lame. But I was like, if you've got like 20 minutes spare, I'd like to take your photo, and he did, and that is what happened. These photos were taken at one spot just outside the venue, and yeah, so it was quite a spontaneous thing. It was taken at around 6 p.m, hence the kind of golden glow that we have in the background there. This is not how I want the final photo to look, but yeah. Now a lot of people like this whole kind of backlit golden hour esque type of shoot where like the sun's real low. I have mixed feelings about it. Sometimes I really like it, sometimes I don't, depends on the picture, but I always try to make it kind of subtle. It was a very bright day, so that sun is real bright in the background, and yeah, I usually spend ages trying to just figure out how I want to do this. Some of these I played around with just before editing, and I like how some of them are kind of coming out, but they still need a bit more work. Like, I don't like how the highlights are kind of clipping there. But yeah, anyway, let's go with this one. So one of the problems you get from shooting into the sun is the glare. You lose contrast. You see how kind of flat his face is here? Like, that's from the glare. The sun just coming across my lens and hitting that front element. So yeah, when I shoot him a bit more in the shadow, well, this is even worse actually, it's still like viable. I still kind of like it. I still think it's usable, but yeah, it's just come out a little bit flat. And that's all because of how I shot it. This, on the other hand, I'm shooting like in the shadow a little bit of the railings, and yeah. Oh, this guy, by the way, I met this guy, Eman. Real cool guy. He's also a YouTuber. I'll link them all in the description. But yeah, real cool guy. I'm kind of happy with these shots, especially considering how short of an amount of time I had to do them. But yeah, like some of the things that went through my head was like, okay, sun's going that way, and to be honest, it was quite like there wasn't too much like around this like canal bit that I really liked. to kind of shoot against. There were no like steps or any like interesting rules I like to shoot against. So it's just basically this railing. Like you could see early on, I tried to get the cool backlit feel, but I wasn't feeling it too much. These photos I like, but the railing was all I got really. So I just wanted to work with the railing. I just liked the lines that it was making. I don't know what my favorite one is. I think this one, which I've already kind of edited a bit, cheated. What did I use for this? I used, okay, sure, why not? But yeah, there's also this photo that I took that I've done a bit of editing to, but I can break down my process for this. Yeah, he just won a photo of an award. He won Vlogger of the Year 2016, which is fairly impressive. But yeah, very cool. Anyway, stop rambling and go to this. So yeah, Summon City was pretty fun. I've gone every year since 2010, and in 2010 it was like a you know, it was just in a field. It was just like a bunch of YouTubers who all make videos, and they like a lot of them are like friends, and they Skype each other over the internet, and I was very much a part of that whole kind of culture. And yeah, it was real nice, and like Summer City was the first time when I felt like, oh man, this is real nice. I'm meeting like-minded people, and I was still in school at the time. I was 15, and it just filled me with such hope, and just made me like want to be a part of this community more, and it made me just want to make videos more for this community, this like large welcoming community of creators. And you know what, I kind of like this already. Which is rarely ever the case. I'm actually going to play around a bit with some of the other Visco packs. There's this one. I just want to see what Agfa Vista does to it. No, I'm not really feeling it. But yeah, that's the reason why I started making videos, really, and how I got into filmmaking and like I guess photography as well, as an extent, because I got involved with cameras a little bit more. But yeah, like what motivated me to carry on making videos was so these friends that I made can, you know, it's nice. That whole community aspect really pushes you. I didn't really think about this could potentially end up being work for me in the future, or this could, you know, fund my rent money. I never saw it as like a career move as such. I was just a kid who was making friends. And I'm really glad I came in at that point, because it's very easy these days to be like, oh yeah, YouTube, that's that thing where people are making money for talking to a camera in their bedroom. But back then it wasn't about the money. It was more of like, oh, people are making loads of views on YouTube. That was kind of like the headlines back then. But now it's like, people are buying mansions and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's how some people look at it from an outside background. I want to see how Kodak Ultramax, which not a lot of people use, but I kind of like. Ultramax is saying some stuff. Just to see what it's saying. It's a bit tricky in this picture. You see what I mean? Just backlit pictures. I'm never overly fond of. I kind of like this. I kind of like this how it is. I should have left it. Moving on, because these are very similar in tone and position. Actually, looking back at it, I know it's a bit more contrast. Actually, it's good on the curves. Sometimes you just gotta do it in curves. But yeah, SitC. Every year, there's always like a part of me, because YouTube is a thing which I never really. I'm gonna be really real with you guys here and just talk to you about how I make videos when I want. I'm always in the back of my head saying, yeah, I can try to make more regular stuff. This edit and chill series is something I've been trying to make a regular thing. I kind of want it to be that, because you know, these videos, I'm editing anyway. These are things that like I can be filming, and are things that people like. But I just, you know, a part of me just wants to make, like, whatever I put out on the internet, I just want to be like, you know, I only want to put out short films or like music videos. I only want to show the well polished things, and like a video of me editing is not like a polished, well, you know what I mean. I only want to put out big things to my name on the internet. And when you're like a film student, like I am, who also works freelance, you rarely have any other time to make YouTube videos or make stuff specifically for your YouTube channel under your own name. But yeah, like I don't like using that as an excuse ever. You know, like if you really wanted to do something, you would find the time to do it, I believe. In most cases, that is like, you know, it's just kind of common. So yeah, there's not really too much I can do to these images, just mainly because of the lighting. Yeah, one thing I always strive for with my images is to make it look as unedited as possible. I really like just natural feel to them. I like things that look like film in the sense that it's not been edited. I also like just like a kind of organic feel to it. That's what I like about film. I don't like film because, oh, it's all vintage, it looks all old, therefore it's cool. I just like things feeling organic and kind of real, and a lot of film stocks have that feel to it. Like a lot of Polaroid, I don't like the look of for my own work, because it kind of looks a bit more stylized, whereas a lot of film stocks like Portrait just has a very natural, subtle feel to it, and that's why I like film stocks. Whereas it was really easy to like that HDR phase that everyone seems to go through. I never experienced, thankfully, because yeah, I just want things to look natural. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing, and it's cool. It's cool that we can both have different opinions. One thing when you're shooting auto white balance, which is perfectly okay when you're doing photography, because if you're shooting raw, it's all metadata that you can change in post. But if you want that golden look from the sun in behind, auto is going to correct it out. Your eyes naturally don't correct out the golden glow, which is why it comes up. So yeah, maybe that's why I wasn't feeling it. But yeah, that's how it kind of looked in real life to my eye. A little bit less flatter because our eyes pick up a lot more dynamic range. But yeah, I'm feeling that. But yeah, in a lot of cases, I do not like the golden kind of thing. I think it's a bit overdone. But here I kind of like it. It looks kind of good against the denim, I think. I'm really upset that I didn't get any shots of his shirt. Who was it? I forgot who it is on this side. But Johnny Bravo. Had Johnny Bravo on his shirt. I thought that's really cool. It's real fun. But yeah, because these images are fairly similar, I am just going to sync these settings and possibly tweak it a bit. Because there's more shadow in this one. No, I kind of like it. So yeah, like I said in the last episode, I like to sometimes crop the image to 4:5 because that's the portrait crop that Instagram does, just to see how it looks. This image does not follow rule of thirds too well, or like the eye space should be. Like for example, this image here doesn't follow it because his eyes are facing towards this way, so there should be more space on this side. But I just kind of like this right angle here, and you can see this depth and this line coming down here, this line coming here. Just because the line, like I've been reading into leading lines a lot more, and this line here from the path is kind of pointed towards him. So it draws your, like if your eye kind of wanders over here or is attracted to this really bright area here, your eye is brought to him. And it all kind of happens subconsciously in your head. And it's really interesting reading into this kind of thing, how your mind reacts to a photo. Because, yeah, like you can say photography is magic, but it's all down to like subliminal kind of subconscious things. And in a way, I think that is magic. It's magic that you can explain. Everything in this world can be explained. It's something which I kind of loosely believe. Let's not talk about it because that's the kind of thing that people will argue about. But anyway, yeah, I got a group shot here. I might do something a bit different just because the lighting scenario little bit different. There's a bit more. Let's not do that. Let's avoid that look. I'm not feeling that real blue. It's going into the kind of over stylized thing that I don't really like. Eman's shirt, I really like the colors of it. This I'm kind of feeling. I don't know. Let's see how. I hate it when I have too many of these tabs open on the side here because it's hard to keep a track of everything. I don't know. I kind of like. I kind of like the blue, but that's prior to cranking this thing. The white balance. Oh yeah, so I was talking about YouTube and kind of how where I stand with it at the minute. But yeah, every SitC I go to, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. There are more panels, there are more people being flown in. There was like Jenna Marbles this year, and other big American YouTubers who were flown in. Nathan was flown in, and yeah, like it's a big event. And every year I feel less and less relevant because I'm becoming less and less of a YouTube creator in a way. But yeah, like I sometimes go to these panels and feel like, oh, I wish I was asked to be on more panels, because a couple of years ago I was on a couple of things, and this year I wasn't asked to be on anything, and it just kind of made me feel like, maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of thing anymore. Maybe I should just like call it quits. Let's bring Edit and Chill to let's leave it at one-off. It was a one-off thing. Let's not even do an episode 2. But no, like, it is kind of like that when it's kind of warm. What do you guys think? You can't tell me. You can't reply. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I'm gonna, because these two photos of Eman are in the same position. Actually, all of these are in the same. I'm just gonna sync all of these and see how that looks to my eye. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit too warm. Nah, I kind of like it because you're kind of getting the juxtaposition of like you're getting some bluish tones in here in the shadow, and you're getting the warm highlights there. Yeah, like here, you're definitely getting it. I don't know, I like contrast. I normally like contrasty images, but I don't know, it's a bit tricky. One thing I also need to deal with is I might try to bring down the saturation of these green wristbands that you needed for the event. Yeah, like, because it's a ugly color. Just very loud wristbands that your eyes are drawn to. But yeah, what was I saying about YouTube? It's it was during the viewer creator divide panel that I sat in on Saturday, and I was listening to like so Nathan was on it as well. They were all talking about, my friend Steven was on it. Who else was on it? Jana. Yeah, it was good people on it, and they were all talking about the divide between and the separation between viewer and creator and the kind of relationship that you guys have. And one thing I like about my channel is that's kind of almost unheard of, but I will not upload something for like months. Like this year I went through 6 months without uploading anything. Then I uploaded a video and it got just as many views as as my last video. And normally, according to YouTube, that's almost unheard of. But my audience over the years, because I've always been quite, I don't know what to credit it to, but I've always been quite down to earth with you guys. I'm always quite transparent. I guess my audience is just kind of naturally somehow just kind of built up on itself. You just wrote a message there that you shouldn't have, but don't go back and read it. It's not worth reading. But yeah, like completely lost the train of thought. But yeah, my audience seems to be built up of mostly creatives. This is what's brought me to think maybe you guys would appreciate something like Edit and Chill, you know, because like you're all like me. We all have cameras. most of you are also interested in film or photography and are pursuing that, and that is great. So I want to cater my stuff to not just educating you guys, but also like creating the discussion with you. Like, we're on equal terms here. I'm just the one moderating the discussion in a way. That's just kind of how I like it. Like, it's not, that's our kind of relationship. But yeah, while I was watching that panel, like, a lot of the things that were said about fans and things, and it just triggered kind of thoughts in my head that, like, oh, like, some of this kind of feels relatable to how I feel about my audience, or at least used to. And that's kind of what hit me. Like, this used to feel relevant, and I don't think I'm qualified to talk about this stuff anymore, because, like I said, it's not relevant to me anymore. I don't feel qualified enough to be talking about these things. I like this. Sometimes I don't like the patchy light where it's like really bright in some certain spots, but here I quite like it. But yeah. Was that someone knocking the door? No, it was not. Let's continue. But yeah, like, it just started making me feel like all the nice stuff that they were saying about having such larger audiences. And in the back of my head, I always say, if I wanted to play the YouTube game, like, I could. But it's just not what I wanted to spend a majority of my time on. Because, like, you know, running a successful YouTube channel is a lot of work. It's a lot more work than, like, most people expect. Like, a lot of people go into it because they think it's easy money. And it's also like a quick way to become famous, but it's not. It's a lot of hard work. But if I can, you know, work extremely hard and, you know, to, like, whilst also maintaining, like, artistic integrity and being this, like, kind of, I guess, like, a good kind of goal for me to become, like, a kind of thing I would want to become using this platform is to be a, not like an educator, but like, I just kind of want to avoid being, like, entitling myself to, I am qualified to be telling you how to do things. It's not what I want to be. I just want to be respected as a creative, in a way. But, like, I'm not gonna get that way if I'm not creating things constantly for you guys. And yeah, like, I just want to kind of get out there a bit more. So that's what I'm gonna aim to do. Like, it just kind of opened my eyes a bit, like, to what I actually want, and I know how to get it. That's the thing. I've always known how to get it, but I've just not put any time into it specifically. But I'm gonna do my darndest to kind of improve. And for those guys who are still watching this video and haven't left because of the amount of, like, he's not around about. I want to know about lenses and how he shot this shot. I'm sorry, but you know, that's what you get for tuning into Edit and Chill. I am not used to editing and talking. I'm still getting used to it. I will get used to it over time. But at this current moment, it's kind of difficult to talk about something that I'm passionate in, being YouTube and making videos and editing photos at the same time. That's why I'm kind of going back and forth. I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm kind of like, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to be doing with YouTube. So things like Edit and Chill will be a constant thing that I'll be doing. I want to start doing more things. Maybe take a camera out with me onto shoots a bit more. See what happens. You know, I might get cool stuff from that. Yeah, like I do not know. Like, that's the hot thing about it. I don't know what I'll get until I go out and try. And that's the kind of kicker there. I kind of like it when it's kind of blown out like that, but at the same time I don't. This is a tricky one. Yeah, I kind of like it like that. I kind of do. but also, I don't know. But yeah, edit and chill is something which I want to carry on doing. It is fun. It is fun doing this, and I'm only like one episode in, but the response has been kind of great. At SitC, at Summer in City, I did get a lot of people come up to me. A lot of people asked about the Jeff Goldblum photo. Quite a few people told me that they enjoyed this, and if you're one of those people, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I'll carry on doing it for you guys, but yeah, like, again, I'm going back and forth, and I'm not concentrating on the photos as much, but yeah, thank you so much for you guys, like, sticking with me with my irregular uploads, and me just being under the kind of, I'm going to upload when I want. This is just my kind of show reel, my portfolio. But no, seriously, like, thank you guys. I want to pursue YouTube a bit more. Like, a few years ago, I kind of, like, I wanted YouTube to be my main, like, creative outlet, and then slowly over time it became like, yeah, it's the place where I put stuff when I want to put stuff, you know, and I think I want a bit more out of YouTube than that, so I'm going to start putting a lot more. I'm going to do my darndest, and it's, you know, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, I'm just rambling. I'm going to concentrate on these photos. Alright, let's start from the beginning and just go through. Okay, so that one's a bit flat, I can't gain anything more from that. Bit of a shame. Maybe if I lower. Nah. That's good how it is. So is this one, I quite like this one. Maybe, I don't know, I just kind of like a bit more contrast in there. Nah, it's cool. It doesn't matter. Same with this one, but nah, it's cool. This one, boom, a lot more contrast, a lot more punchy. Quite like it. I feel bad because I didn't get her name. If anyone knows who this is, please tell me. I didn't do my research before this video. This literally was yesterday, by the way. This one I really like. I don't know. Just the expression. Yeah, but again, the wristbands. Alright, let's sort out this wristband scenario. Okay, so there's a few things that we can do. Obviously, I'm not gonna, like, kind of do, like, some surgery on his wrist and do, like, a skin transplant and do it over the wristbands. But one thing you can kind of do is take your brush tool here, kind of paint over the wristbands. Let's do the pink one as well. And, yeah, it's a very simple little mask, and just take out all the saturation. Is that doing anything? Yeah, it's kind of doing stuff. Why isn't it doing much? Oh, it's the flow. I think it's the flow. Alright, what's going on here? Sometimes does it. If anyone knows why it's not being, like, really effective, that would be really helpful to me right now. I think it's the flow or density. But yeah, it's not really. I expect it to. Oh, there we go. What's going on there? Alright, so that's brought down the saturation quite a bit. So I can leave them grey. I think that's a bit too much. I think that's kinda, you know, that's also, like, kind of distracting. Like, it's just got, like, 3 grey wristbands, and it's a little bit unnatural. So I can bring up a little bit of it back, but it's a little bit noticeable. If I bring down the highlights, bring down the exposure a little bit, not that much, but just a little bit, to the point where, you know, because, like, naturally your eye is attracted to bright parts of the image. Like, if he was wearing a real bright thing on his, like a real bright badge or something on his shirt, I don't know why he would be wearing something like that, but if he was, my eye would be drawn to it. In this case, my eye is drawn to the wristbands quite a bit, and I don't want that, because the wristbands. Yeah, I would have really loved to have been able to catch Nathan at, like, a different time that wasn't at this event, and like explore London a little bit. Would have been cool for him probably, you know, having a experienced Londoner. Show him some of the cool spots of London. No, I don't know. I consider myself a Londoner. I've never lived in London. I've been working in London for ages. SitC, Summer in City 2010 was the first time I went up to London on my own. I was 15 years old, and since then it's just been constantly blowing my mind. And I go up very regularly now. I'm up in London at least like once a week. Around this summer, I've been going up at least, you know, the majority of the week has been, well, at least 3 days a week. This week I've been in London most of the week for this event, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm just gonna see. Okay, this a little bit better. It's rotated. I don't want to lose this concrete down here. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I don't really want to bore you guys too much more with just making the wristband a little bit less noticeable. I like this with the Instagram crop, which is what I'm going to call it now, the Instagram crop. Yeah, I'm liking these, reviewing them now. I don't know which one was my favorite, which one will make the Instagram. This one is a tricky image. This one's been edited a little bit differently from the previous ones, but I did some work on this just so you could see it a little bit more clearly. Not that you'll be able to read it from Instagram, but it says Vlogger of the Year. I just wanted the Summer City logo to be a bit more clear, so I did a little brush thing where I removed some of the exposure, brought it down as a whole. Highlights have been brought down. I didn't do a really, you know, great job at it. You can see I've got some bits in there that you can hold down Alt and like remove a little bit too much, which is what's happened there. But yeah, you know, I'll do that again. It kind of looks good without it. Don't really need it too much. Yeah, you can read that. It says Summer in the City. You can see it. He won an award, and it was well deserved. But yeah, I think I might leave it at that. I think this is going to be the one to go on Instagram. Looking at it again, but there's one thing which I have noticed that's a little bit distracting. You know, earlier I was talking about how the brightest part of the image draws your attention. This bit looks like a tear in his underwear, but isn't. It's actually a bit of light coming down. But you know, we can kind of fix that. It should be fairly easy. When it hits your face, it's kind of hard to darken those areas. But this, because it's on black jeans, should be fairly easy. So we're just gonna burn it out. And yeah, you have quite a lot of leeway you can do before it starts to look horrible. Like that. It looks fine. Just make it really dark. There we go. Looks good now. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So yeah, the raws are going to be available in the description. Thank you again, Matt Lay, for showing me. Actually, I'm gonna get their opinion on these photos. Let's go on a little adventure. Hello. Well, I was filming an episode of Edit and Chill.
What's that?
Can I get? Do you guys want to be in the?
I really like the smiling one.
You like the smiling one?
Yeah.
He's a happy boy.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool.
That could be in the enemy.
Yeah, that's what I said to Ray yesterday. I quite like that one, yeah.
That one?
Yeah, I like
That one's nice.
Okay.
And I like that close up.
However, his foot is a weird angle.
His foot's yeah, he mentioned that. I think it looks kind of normal. But let's flip it around. But yeah, okay. Well, thank you for watching Edit and Chill, guys, and thank you for your opinion. Subscribe to everyone. Sub for sub. There we go.
Do you wanna?
Do a dab.
Do a dab?
Let's end it there.